Hello and welcome to today's video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to change the oil in a Mark 6 Volkswagen Jetta. This video is going to go through all the steps and everything you need, and by the end of it, you'll be able to do this on your own. Let's get right into it. Alright, so underneath the car here, you could get to the oil drain bolt, which is on the back of the oil pan. But to get to the oil filter, you do need to remove this belly pan right here. There should be fasteners in all of these holes. A lot of them are missing on this car, but it's a Torx head fastener. We're going to remove those right now. Alright, so now we're going to remove this bolt. That is a T20 Torx fastener.
Used one on a hill before.
Now that belly pan could just slide right out of place. And right now I'm going under the vehicle from the front, but we have access to our oil filter housing right there, and then the drain bolt on the oil pan is right there. Alright, so now we're going to remove the oil drain bolt that's on the oil pan there. This is a 19 millimeter. Alright, so now what you want to do is put pressure in on that drain plug while you unscrew it, and then once you get to the end of the threads, you'll quickly pull that out of the way and hopefully not cover your hand in oil. He went no gloves and I think he got away with it. Now we could let that oil just finish draining out of there, and while we're doing that, we could start working on our oil filter. The oil filter on this is a little bit different than some vehicles because it's a cartridge that goes into this oil filter housing, and there's a cap on there, and inside there there's actually a drain valve to get the oil out. We'll show you how to drain it. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and drain that cartridge. So now draining that filter, all you have to do is press that orange thing in and you'll be able to drain the oil out of it. And now you can just hold pressure in on that until all the oil drains out. I think on some of these you might be able to lock it in place and let it drain without holding it. But in this case, we're just going to hold it and let it drain. If you don't want to wait for that valve, you could just unscrew this oil filter housing, but you saw how much oil comes out of this and it's all going to dump down on your hand. So if you do that, I would highly recommend gloves. Next, we're going to loosen up our oil filter cartridge here. There are several different styles of tools that you could use on this. In our case, we have a band style tool, but there's also pliers available. Pliers are definitely better for the metal disposable kind of filter. And then there's also tools that actually go right onto the end of that cartridge that would grip onto it perfectly. There we go. That was pretty clean. Alright, so as you can see here, this is a little bit different than a normal oil filter with the built-in filter with the metal housing. On here, there's the filter that's in that plastic housing, and that's actually removable right there, and it'll just slide out of place, as you can see. And there should be a seal on this housing. And to the right there, you can see that little tab. This is what we're going to use to pull that seal out of this filter housing, and then we'll replace it with the one that came with the new filter. And now we're putting the new O-ring into the filter housing. It's actually pretty nice with that red one. You can see it a lot better. Make sure it's fully seated down and all the way into that groove that it goes into. As a note, make sure that you do remove the old O-ring and make sure that the one you removed is the same style as the one that you put into that filter housing. Now we could put the new oil filter cartridge into that housing. This just presses over that piece that sticks up there. Now we're going to get that new filter up into place and just screw it in. Alright, so now we're just tightening that up. We use the band clamp again just to get that thing a little bit tighter. There is a torque spec, but here we're just going to go tight enough. Next up, we're going to put that drain plug back in. You really should put a new crush washer on here, but if the crush washer looks like it's in good shape, you could reuse it and you probably won't get a leak, but again, not a bad idea to replace that. Now we're just going to tighten up that drain bolt. Again, there is a torque spec for this, but if you just get it fairly snug without over tightening it and stripping everything, you'll be in good shape. All right, now we're going to remove the oil fill cap up here on top of the engine. That's just a little bit over a quarter turn, and then that will pop off. Now we're going to get ready to fill this up with oil. This car requires 5W40 European Car Formula oil, but I'll have a couple different kinds of oil linked down below that will work for you.
My son is back.
Now you could put your oil fill cap back on and that cap at the bottom of the oil filter and get ready to put your belly pan back on. To put the belly pan back on, you just need to slide it into place up front and then put your fasteners on along the sides. And now you want to back your car off of your ramps and get it onto a nice level surface so you could check the oil level. Now you could pull out your dipstick and wipe it off. And then once it's nice and clean, put it back in the dipstick hole. Make sure it's fully seated in place and then pull it back out. You want to hold this straight down so the oil doesn't drip and give you a false reading. And check on the stick to see if there's oil on there. In our case, the oil is halfway exactly, so we are in good shape. Personally, I like to try to get this up close to the max just in case the car consumes any oil. But in this case, we're in a safe range, so we're good to go. To do that, you're going to hold onto this button, and while you're holding onto that, you're going to put your key in the ignition and turn it into the on position without starting the vehicle. So I'm holding the button, I'll put the key in and get it to the first position, and now I can let go of that button. And as you can see here, that little wrench icon comes up on the screen. This means you're ready to reset your service interval. In our case, we're doing our oil change a little bit early, so nothing came up there. And also I waited too long, so it went away. But I'm going to do that again, and then we're going to press this button on the opposite side there, and that will reset the interval. All right, guys, and with all that, that wraps up this video. Don't forget to like it if you enjoyed it. And again, I have all the supplies that you need down in the description below. Thank you for watching.